Welcome to Infinity Energy Healing. Thanks for joining us. Today I've thought long and hard about what I need to work on today. I'd like to share with you my neck pain that started 2 days ago. It's an issue that's big, so I guess just to respect the issue itself, I'm going to tap through and see where we can go with it in order to reduce my neck pain and see with it what just comes out. So please feel free to tap along with me. Even though I have this neck pain, this right-sided neck pain that's located right beside my spine in my neck, I love and accept myself deeply and completely. Even though this neck pain started 2 or 3 days ago, and perhaps it started because I'm feeling fear of change, wanting to be a bit more inflexible. I choose to love and accept myself deeply and completely. Even though this neck pain is a 7 out of 10 for me, on my right side, the right side of my spine, I choose to love and accept myself deeply and completely. My right-sided neck pain, it's a 7 out of 10. And it feels like a Meccano set. How it's been drilled together in all the fractured pieces, put together, unable to move, unwilling to shift. I'd need a wrench to budge it. All this neck pain, this right-sided neck pain, feeling inflexible, feeling it's strong and it doesn't want to move, it doesn't want to go. To me, when I think of this right-sided neck pain, I think of fear. I have fear of moving forwards, fear of going backwards, fear of change itself. I fear the change itself. I have fear of change. I fear a really big issue will cause really big change in my life. I have a fear of the change itself. Fear of fear itself. And that's manifest in the right side of my spine, high in my neck. Feels like a grey Meccano set. All that grey Meccano set, all the screws, all the nuts and bolts that hold it together, all the different aspects, all the different issues, all the different things that have pulled together to make this Meccano set in my neck, to make me feel inflexible to change, to make me feel like I can't change, to make it feel like change is just too hard. The colour of my inflexible Meccano set is grey, and it feels like pieces of steel, grey steel, all linked together in my neck, all the many different aspects of the issue, too big for me to go into. Too big for me to voice, too scary for me to talk about. Fear. Fear of change, fear of the big issue, fear of going backwards, fear of going forwards, fear of not wanting to change, fear of the change. All that grey loaded into my neck, all the grey Meccano set located in my neck. As always, 2 deep breaths every now and again. I can still feel that grey Meccano set. It's located right beside my spine from C1 down to C4. What if it's possible that grey Meccano set can be pulled apart, issue by issue, aspect by aspect? What if it's possible for that 7 out of 10 to be reduced? What if it's possible for that change to occur in colour? Nah, couldn't be possible. That grey Meccano set feels like it's filled my neck, rigid, unmoving, fearful of change, fearing change itself. What if it's possible that with the help of the right colour, I could change that grey Meccano set? I'm going to choose orange. At this point, all I can see is orange, the need for orange. Here I have one of our sprays. This one's Orange Fire. Take a deep breath. Beautiful. Okay. I choose orange to transform my Meccano set. That orange reminds me of a colour. Sorry, the orange colour reminds me of a stuffed toy I once had. I had this orange stuffed toy that was about this big when I was little. And at the time I won it. It was a big orange puppy dog, really. And it used to sit in my bedroom, keep me company day in, day out. That puppy dog was there with me for a good 10 years, I guess. And that orange dog went with me to lots of different places as I left home and moved and had change. There was a lot of change in my life as a teenager. So perhaps that orange colour reminds me now of when I did cope with change. That despite my fear, I could cope with the change. I could learn to be more flexible. I could manage the change. I could be accommodating. I could support myself. I could look forward to the change. What if it's possible that this neck pain can be reduced in knowing that I have a history of being able to cope with change? I give myself the strength in orange to know that I have the ability to change for the better. That I can welcome change. That brings about a new shift. It brings about a new set of circumstances. It brings about new opportunities. I welcome the orange. I welcome change. I reduce the fear and I look forward to the change. Take a deep breath. At the moment, my neck pain has reduced. Still feel a crunchy bit, just like there's one metal rod still stuck in my neck. Even though I have this one metal rod still stuck in my neck right beside the vertebrae, I choose to love and accept myself deeply and completely. Even though this issue is really big for me, it's probably, well, the neck pain is actually reduced to a 3 out of 10. I choose to love and accept myself deeply and completely. Even though my neck pain is reduced from a Meccano set into one single rod, a flat piece of metal, I choose to love and accept myself deeply and completely. Even though I have this one piece of grey metal in my neck still causing me pain, causing me fear of change, I love and accept myself deeply and completely. It's 3 out of 10, fear of change. Fear of change, being held in my neck, causing me 3 out of 10 neck pain. 3 out of 10 inflexibility. 3 out of 10 unable to shift. It's not budging. It's unmoved. It's immovable. It's hard like metal. It's inflexible like metal. It's a grey metal. If there was a colour that could help me shift that grey, I would choose green. I'd choose green right now. I'm looking at my greens here. I've got 2 greens to choose from. I'm going to choose wood. Take a deep breath. Deep breath. choose green to dissolve the grey, inflexible steel. I choose green leaves to start the new growth, the new phase. I choose green, which reminds me of springtime, the time of new opportunities. I choose green to bring in the change. I choose green to welcome the change. And I choose green, it's actually one of my favourite colours, to usher in the change with confidence and comfort, knowing that no matter what, spring's the time of rebirth, starting anew, starting afresh. I choose to take in green to dissolve the grey metal rod in my neck, close to my spine. I allow the green to break up the grey. I allow the green leaves, the green growth to dissolve that metal, hard grey. I choose green to welcome change. I choose to be confident and comfortable with change. What if it's possible that I can be okay with this change? That I can choose change for change's sake? What if it's possible that I can welcome change without fear? What if it's possible? Two deep breaths. Upon 2 deep breaths, I can feel my neck pain has reduced to a 1. I have to really look for it now. Even though I have a 1 out of 10 neck pain, it's just a dull ache now, sort of lower down, closer to my scapula and my shoulder. I choose to love and accept myself deeply and completely. Even though I have a 1 out of 10 upper scapular neck pain, I choose to love and accept myself deeply and completely. Even though when I think of this 1 out of 10 pain in my neck shoulder, I think of it like a sea sponge. I choose to love and accept myself deeply and completely. I have this 1 out of 10 sea sponge in my neck shoulder. My sea sponge looks like sea sponge I would use when I apply makeup. I used to use a lot of stage makeup when I was young, when I did my ballet competitions. For some reason I'm drawn to that now. Perhaps sometimes I struggled with the change in myself and the impact it had on my ability to dance and perform. So I choose that beige sea-coloured sponge in my neck shoulder right now, and I choose to see that that sponge has sponged up all the messes in my life that are now being held in my neck shoulder. The sea sponge is really absorbent, so there can be lots of issues in a sponge, lots of cleanups, lots of messes to be dealt with, lots of faces to be painted with makeup sea sponge. What if it's possible that I could rinse out that sea sponge? And rinsing out that sea sponge would take away some of the messes that I've created, allowing change to be positive. What would I choose to rinse out a sea sponge with? I'll probably choose makeup remover. Makeup remover is generally clear in colour. So I choose Diamond Unicorn. Diamond Unicorn is clear in colour. To rinse out the sponge, to break up all the negative emotional energy. That was a big spray. Diamond Unicorn smells absolutely beautiful. Where was I up to? I choose this clear makeup remover, Diamond Unicorn, to to rinse out and wash my sea sponge of all the negative emotional messes that my sea sponge has held on to between my neck and my shoulder for a long, long time. It goes back to when I was a child all the way till now. I choose to allow these issues to dissolve completely. I choose them to dissolve quickly and completely. I choose these opportunities to dissolve here and now. And with this sea sponge being rinsed out, getting rid of the emotion, the negative emotional energy around it, around these memories, the negative thoughts about change. I choose to clean that sea sponge that's collected so many of the messes I've made. I choose to replace this sea sponge with some rose petals, something delicate and soft, something that shows faith in myself again, perhaps, and I would choose rose pink for that. I would choose rose pink here. Smells like roses. Rose pink's about this colour. I choose rose pink to enjoy the petals, to enjoy the love, to enjoy peace and stability, to enjoy the spring changes coming. I choose to replace whatever pain and sea sponge was there, the Meccano set, the sea sponge, the dirty makeup water. I choose to replace all of them with rose pink petals of a flower. I choose to embrace the change, and I choose peace. I choose joy. I choose love. I am peace. I am joy. I'm Diane Joy. I am love. I am happy. I am happy. I am peace. And I am actually pain-free at the minute, which is beautiful. I've actually lost all the pain in my neck down here. It's perhaps just touching it, I can feel like a half maybe. So if we end on that note, even though my body's still healing, my body's still got some shifts to make, I choose to love and accept myself deeply and completely. Even though it might take a little minute more for my body to heal completely, to let go of the half out of 10 that I still feel, I choose to love and accept myself deeply and completely. Even though, as I'm tapping, the issues seem to be freeing up and the movement I can feel in my body, I choose to love and accept myself deeply and completely. This half out of 10, I'm willing to allow my body to do the shift as it needs to, with time, with rest, with joy, with peace and happiness, with love. I choose change. I choose to embrace change. I choose to be willing to make the changes I need to make. I choose change. I choose change with happiness, with joy, with peace, and with love, deeply and completely. Wow, that feels beautiful. I do hope that you've got something out of today's session, and thank you for joining us. By all means, you're welcome to ring me anytime. Australia, 0413 942 583 if you'd like to make a time to do some personal tapping. Until next time, thanks for being with us. We'll see you again.